Guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video by yours truly, Standing No. Woo! Yeah, baby, that's what's up. So I'm actually really excited to do today's video. Obviously you can tell by that title. There we go. So sorry about that. Anyways, oh, and also sorry if you hear something in the back playing. I am watching Friday the 13th. You already know me watching my horror movies. I'm just rewatching just like a few horror movies. I wanted to put a movie in the background while I was doing this video, so I didn't really care what movie was going on. Yes, obviously, as you can tell by the title, Paranormal Activity Next of Kin, Paranormal Activity 7. Wow. I am really shocked to what this movie brought, what this movie just, oh my gosh, this movie was literally insane. That's why I'm really excited to do today's video. Again, my video took forever to kind of go up, but hey, sorry, I've been at work, I've been doing a lot of stuff lately, just got busy with Halloween. My Halloween sucked, if you're wondering, so let's not even talk about that. But Paranormal Activity 7, let's just go ahead and jump right into today's video because it is super exciting and it is super amazing, and it's probably one of the best paranormal activities I've seen. So let's just go ahead and get right into today's video. So Paranormal Activity 7 came out October 29th and it was actually straight released to Paramount Plus, which I honestly think was a really bad decision with this movie. This movie needs to be watched with surround sound. This movie needs to be watched with literally some big old boom, some big, you need the theater experience for this movie. This movie was literally crazy. But yeah, so October 29th, it was released to Paramount Plus. It is streaming now, so I would probably advise you to go watch that before watching my video. I might have a few spoilers, but again, and if I do, I will let you guys know before I say it. But I'm not too sure yet. Probably, again, gonna try my hardest not to spoil it, but if I do, I'll go ahead and let you guys know. So the director is actually going to be William Eubank, which I've actually never heard of. I haven't really heard of that director, so he did good with this one. I think, I want to say he did really good with this one. Really good. I really enjoyed it. As for the critics, I don't think that they necessarily enjoyed it as much as the fans, I guess you want to say, because on IMDb they got a 5.2. They got a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I want to say a 37% on Metacritic, which honestly isn't the best. It's obviously not the greatest ratings, but I do think with all of those kind of bigger movie critics, if you want to say, with all of those people, they're not the best with rating movies. There's some really good movies out there that all of us enjoy, and to them it's probably one of the shittiest movies they've ever seen. So there's kind of a really teeter-totter whenever it comes to the stuff like that. So that's why I personally don't even like to know what they rate, but I am putting that out there. I do want to say what they rated it because it's kind of because I personally don't think that, and honestly I've watched a few reviews on this movie and a lot of other people don't think that as well. What this one is about is Margot. She's a young girl who was abandoned by her mom as a baby, little infant little girl, and whenever she gets older she travels to an Amish community with a documentary film crew. She wants to seek answers about her family and about her bloodline, basically. So that is why she goes to the Amish community, because that is her family. It's basically her family. She wants to go and she wants to learn about her mother. So there's personally a lot of stuff that I want to go over with this movie, and we're gonna go ahead and start with my rating. Might as well start with my rating. I personally am going to give this a 9 out of 10 because it is such a good movie. I really enjoyed it. My little sister and my mom, I watched it with them too as well. They actually gave it a 10 out of 10. They both said it was a 10 out of 10. My mom actually said it's probably one of the best paranormal activities she's ever seen. So that's kind of a really big thing. This is one of the best paranormal activities I personally have seen as well, along with the marked ones. I think the marked ones was probably one of my favorite ones as well, but this one really just did it. It really did it with the cinematography. I think the cinematography really upped itself. It's not your usual Paranormal Activity. It's more of like a mockumentary, I guess, if you want to say. So there are some scenes where it doesn't look like she has the camera, but she it's still like recording. It's like a little weird, so there's like a little like mishaps that I personally saw, because I did rewatch this movie, I want to say like 2 or 3 times, just because I kind of wanted to really go into depth with the story and really like watch the scene to scene, you know, like kind of just like really get in tune with it. And I definitely did. There was a few jump scares that I personally had with this movie. It was freaking scary. Like, it was really scary. Like, I didn't have like a really like big TV to like watch it on, so I like kind of like sat like in front of my TV, like right in front of my TV, and I was like leaning into it, and I had it on like full blast. So I was like watching it, and literally I jumped, guys. And this was one of the first horror movies that I've like jumped in a really like long time. So that was really, really fun to kind of like scream and like jump. It was kind of embarrassing too, but yeah, like there was one scene where I jumped, and don't get me wrong, with the other scenes I was definitely really scared and I was frightened and I was like, whoa, like this is really, really scary. But there was just one scene where I literally jumped. Like, I jumped so bad. It was terrifying. My little sister, actually, whenever I watched it with her, she jumped, she screamed. My mom, she was like, ooh, like she kind of got a little bit scared too. So they can admit as well that they kind of got a little bit scared with that scene that I had personally jumped on. This is kind of a reason why I wish I watched it in the theaters, because if I had seen that scene in the theaters, I know I would have shit myself, because oh god, it was pretty terrifying. Like, it was just like they get you at the right moments, if that's what I want to say. One thing that this movie actually doesn't have, that a lot of people, I guess you want to say, like, don't like, it has nothing to do with all of the other films, like nothing, like anything, like absolutely nothing. So I guess I can see like how a lot of people like don't like that. I personally don't care. I think it's a really good reboot and a really good different thing that they did with it. I think a good example with this would be The Wrong Turn that came out last year. That one is totally different from all the other Wrong Turns, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good different take on the Wrong Turn series. So I think that this is a really, really different take on the Paranormal Activity series, and I thought that they did a really, really good job with it. Again, going back to that cinematography, it is absolutely amazing. I guess if you want to count this as a spoiler, it's not necessarily a spoiler, but there is a little bit of slow-mo scenes, which that is why my rating is absolutely so high, because those slow-mo scenes absolutely killed it. Like, I was like, whoa, like, I kind of got, I think I actually want to say I got goosebumps for those scenes. I got a little bit of goosebumps because I was just like, oh, wow, like, dang, like, whoa. So that is something that was really, 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 really cool with this installment. So, and I want to jump on the ending just like a real quick. The ending was all right. You're kind of just left there and you're like, what was this ending, kind of? By the looks of it, with me personally watching that, it kind of seems like they're probably gonna have a part 2 to this movie, just because they kind of like left it off at a really like weird like position. Like, they kind of just like threw it at us. So I was kind of just like, all right, So be aware of that whenever you are watching the ending, because you're probably gonna be watching it and being like, what the fuck was that? I had the same reaction, my mom had the same reaction. We were kind of just like, what? But to me, it seems like there's probably going to be a part 2 to this, just because, again, that ending was a little weird. And there is a little bit of like some weird CGI, but it's acceptable, totally fine. I personally don't like CGI, but there are the CGI that they had used it for, obviously you couldn't really do, I mean, you can do practical effects, but the CGI was a little bit weird for me. I didn't like that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I was like, okay, what is that? Like, what is that? Like, come on, like, really? But again, it's acceptable, wasn't terrible, wasn't anything bad, but yeah, 9 out of 10 for this movie, you guys. Like, this movie, I want to say, is probably going to be like one of my favorites. Like, I really enjoyed this movie. Like, it is something different with the found footage like genre. I want to say it is totally different from many of the other found footage movies you probably have ever seen. So that is why I'm like really encouraging you guys to go and watch this movie. Again, it is streaming on Paramount Plus, so literally go ahead and go get Paramount Plus right now and watch it real quick. I would probably watch it alone, or I would probably watch it like in the dark, or just something in a really scary atmosphere. Like, watch it really like you know, like just do that, and I promise you, you're gonna get that experience. Maybe watch it with some earphones, you know, put some your AirPods in, do something, but have that sound as loud as you can go so you can hear everything. But yeah, 9 out of 10 for this, you guys. I would highly recommend this to you guys, so please go ahead and go watch that. Anyways, yes, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe, and make sure to hit that bell notification so you get bell notification so you can get a bell. Wait, hold up. What? Make sure to subscribe down below, and make sure to hit that bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video, because don't you want to know whenever I upload a new video? I mean, I would, duh. Like, are you fucking serious? Anyways, go ahead and follow me on all of my socials. I'm going to head and put all of my socials right here. I think right here, yeah. It's gonna be like right here, so just gotta make sure to follow me on all of my socials. I hope you guys had a really good Halloween. I hope you guys had a fun Halloween. There's a lot of movies that came out during October, so I was really happy to watch all of those new movies. I personally still need to go watch Antlers. That's one that I really want to go watch, so that is next on my list. And then Last Night in Soho, I definitely want to get around there sometime, so definitely stay tuned for one of those reviews, because that's definitely going to be coming soon. But anyways, yes, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And again, what's your favorite scary movie?